Hello everybody, David Maguire here, founder and CEO of Channel 1 TV here today, bringing you not only our first PC build that we have ever done, but also it's October, and I wanted to do something budget oriented, something for people who are just entering the PC market space, just getting into it, and want something that is going to be friendly on their pocket and be able to handle most games on high 720p settings. So with that in mind, we went ahead and picked out the AMD Ryzen 3 1200. The AMD Ryzen 3 1200 is a really powerful processor, and for only $109, you're getting four logical cores that are base clocked at 3.1 gigahertz and will clock up to 3.4 gigahertz automatically in the presence of good cooling. And the entire Ryzen line is unlocked. All of their processors can be overclocked, assuming that you have the proper technology and the proper motherboard and proper cooling. This build does not support overclocking because we're going for something extremely budget oriented. If you wanted to spend an extra $275 you could get a better motherboard and a liquid AIO, and you would be able to overclock this thing to about 3.5, 3.6 gigahertz very, very easily. That being said, we're going in for a very, very budget-oriented build. Next, we have the EVGA GTX 1050. Now, it's really up to you. I suggest the superclock model. It does come pre-overclocked. However, if you do want to go ahead and save a little bit money, if you are someone who is okay with overclocking your own material, you can go ahead and pick up the regular GTX 1050. This card is basically one of the only cards that haven't really been affected by cryptocurrency mining. Right now, you can pick up a GTX 1060 for about MSRP, as long as it's the 3 gig model. However, you're going to have a very, very hard time picking up the 6 gig model of the 1060 if that's something you're interested in. The GTX 1050 is a great graphics card for basically anything as long as you're not trying to run VR. And yes, it does claim 1080p at 60 frames per second. No, that's more like 720p at 60 frames per second. But for a budget, it's still a very great graphics card and crushes basically any integrated graphics there is. For the RAM, we decided to go for the cheapest 8 gig RAM that we could think of, or that we could find, and we found the Ballistic Sport LT 8 gigabyte DDR4 RAM, AM4 socket. Motherboards do require DDR4 RAM, so if you do plan on picking up your own RAM or you have RAM lying around, make sure that you have that in mind, that that RAM must be DDR4 in order for it to even be compatible with this motherboard or this platform at all. There's nothing too special to say about this memory. For the power supply, we went with the Roswell Glacier Series continuous 80 plus bronze certified semi-modular design ATX 500 watt power supply. I chose this power supply because it's more than enough power than you're going to need, and it is semi-modular, so you're not going to have as many cables and crap cluttering your case. For the hard drive, we went for a Seagate Barracuda 1 terabyte 6 gigabit SATA 3.5 internal hard drive. We went with this hard drive because it's a very strong hard drive. It's a very good hard drive. I use this hard drive in my current build right now, and it treats me very, very well. For the case, I decided to go for the Corsair Carbide Series Spec 2. This case is a beautiful looking case, and for only $60, you're getting a pretty good deal from Corsair. This next part is a little bit more optional. This is the TP-Link wireless dual-band PCIe Express adapter. This is just if you need wireless capability, saying you're in a situation where you can't run a cord to your computer. This will allow you to hook up wireless internet. Last but not least, the Asus Prime A32M K AMD AM4 DDR4 HDMI VGA M.2 USB 3.1 micro ATX motherboard. This motherboard is a socket AM4 motherboard and will do well. It does have support for up to two sticks of RAM if you wanted to add extra RAM, with support of up to 32 gigs of RAM, assuming that it's DDR4. You cannot run SLI on this motherboard as it does only have one slot for graphics cards. However, it will have for your PCIe NIC or any other thing that you wanted to plug in there. It does have 4 SATA plugs, so you could have up to 4 hard drives connected to this motherboard. Overall, this is a great build, and if you're looking to get into something budget oriented, this is a great place to start. I'm dubbing this build the Beast. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Tell me what you guys want for next month. Do you guys want something a little bit more? You want mid-end? You want high-end? AMD, Intel, Vega? I'm thinking about parting out a list with Vega or something like that soon. Anyways, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay safe, and peace out.